So this is the PC Cooler CPS DS360 AIO liquid CPU cooler. Today we're going to be unboxing this so you know what to expect if you're looking to grab one for yourself. Then I'll come back to you once it's installed so you can see what it looks like up and running. Now, of course, if you are interested in this cooler, it is linked below in the description. So let's go ahead and dive right into this PC Cooler DS360 AIO. So again, this is the PC Cooler CPS DS360 High Performance AIO CPU cooler. This is a triple fan setup, so 320mm fans. And then on the head unit here, you can see there's a little display with the temperature reading. So on the back here, there's a whole bunch of specs. You can pause it and have a closer look. A couple important ones I do want to point out. The CPU socket here, so it's compatible with Intel LGA 115X, 1200, 1700, 20XX, and 18XX. Then for AMD, it's an AM4 and AM5 socket. Now for the fan connector, it's a 4-pin PWM, and for the pump LED, it's an ARGB 3-pin. Let's go ahead and open this up. All right, so in the box here, we've got our main installation instructions as well as a temperature display instruction document. And then we've got a whole bunch of components. So let's quickly go through these. So we'll start with this one. This is the Intel back plate. So that's what that looks like. These are kind of adjustable in the corners depending on which socket you're using. And then we've got our mounting brackets. So both for Intel as well as AMD. So we've got both of those in there. We've got a few packs of screws here. So we've got our mounting screws and nuts there for installation, as well as there's some different ones here if you're using the LGA 20 series socket. And then we've got a pack of screws. So these are the screws for mounting your fans to the radiator, as well as there's some small screws in there for mounting it to your PC case. So there's quite a few of those. And it also did come with some thermal paste. So that's handy. You don't need to go buy thermal paste. So in the box, there were 3 fans, and they're 320mm fans. That's what they look like there. I'll actually pull off the little tab there so you can see what they look like. Good looking fans, rubberized corners, so it doesn't rattle too much. I did notice there are arrows here on the end, so you know the airflow direction and the way the fans spin. So the air will go in this way and the fan will spin like that. So on these, there are short little cables. So we've got our 4-pin PWM connector there. And then these are pigtails. So you can actually connect them all together. You just pigtail them together. And then there's an extension cable that comes in there on the last one that you plug into your motherboard. So that's really handy. And then of course we've got our radiator. So a 360mm radiator there. It says CPS on it. All the mounting holes for the fans on the bottom. The tubes. I have a braided tube with some spacers on there, all the way down to the block head. So that's what the block head looks like. So the tube's going in the side. There's a mounting screw on the bottom and the top. Then there's some cables on the bottom. So we've got our 3-pin ARGB connector there, and there's a male portion as well if you do want to pigtail them together. We've got our 3-pin fan connector. And then we've also got a USB 2.0 connector. I believe that's for the screen on the blockhead. Then on the bottom here, we've got our plate where it connects to our CPU. There's protective film on there. Make sure to remove that before installing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed in my system, and then I'll come back to you so you can see what it looks like. All right, so I've got the cooler all installed there. You can see the fans and the radiator at the top. Then I've got the hoses coming down to the blockhead here. Nice looking blockhead with the ARGB and the temperature there. You can download the software from the PC Cooler website to control that in either Celsius or Fahrenheit. And then we've got the ARGB, which I'm currently controlling with my Mystic Light software. I've got an MSI motherboard, so currently it's on the wave setting. So that's what it looks like when it's all up and running. And of course you can customize that. So for example, if I want a solid color, I can just do that and it would change to a solid color. So blue, for example. And of course, if I don't want the lighting, I can also turn it off. There we go. And you just have the temperature. So a lot of different options there that you can control with your lighting software. So right now I've got it under heavy load. I'm exporting a big project in DaVinci Resolve and it's hovering in the high 70s, low 80s, which is a good 7 to 10 degrees cooler than I was getting with my old PC cooler. So that's great results on there. I'm really happy with those temperatures that I'm getting with this PCCOOLER DS360 AIO. So hope this quick unboxing of the PCCOOLER DS360 AIO gave you value. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.